Alright, let's do this. Alright, well, time to feed these hungry Steam Deck fans. Hello, people. Mornings. Good mornings. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your 5 senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? Steam Deck Squad, what's up? And you Steam Deck nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, what's happening? On a Tuesday, second day of the year, huh? We got 363 days left. Yeah. Start counting. 2025 is almost here. You're probably like, what? You guys are like, what? Hold on. 2024 just started. Yeah. 2025 is almost here. Alright, remember that. Start counting. Anyway, what I got for you? Alright, Steam, what's happening over at Steam here? You got this nice little article here from neowin.net. Says here, Valve, Windows 11 market share on Steam decreased in December 2023. Says here, the result of the December 2023 Steam hardware and software survey are now available. Show what kind of PC hardware and software customers use to access the platform and play games. It also indicates how popular Windows 11 is among the gaming audience. As a reminder, participation in the survey is optional, and the survey aims to provide developer with a platform average picture and help determine how to improve Steam. See? So 96.40% of all Steam users run Windows on their devices. 53.45% of that number is Windows 10. Oh yeah, Windows 10 days are numbered, by the way. Which is still the most popular operating system for work and entertainment. In December 2023, Windows 10 lost a small 0.16% of its market share. Windows 11 is getting very close to its predecessor after crossing the 42% mark in November 2023. The operating system drew back a little, losing 0.09% of users in total. According to Valve, 41.95% of Windows computers connect to Steam runs Windows 11. Older Windows version also went down slightly, except for a mysterious Windows 2019 64-bit with its 0.06%. And says it. Then it shows the number here. Windows 10 64-bit 53.45, negative 0.8%. Windows 11 41.95, negative 0.09%. Windows 7 64-bit 0.68%, a negative 0.01. Windows 8.1 64-bit 0.15%, and then a negative 0.01%. Then Windows 2019 64-bit is 0.06, and then in the parentheses it says plus 0.6%. Then it says, now to the hardware side of the report. Here are the most popular PC component on Steam. And it shows memory, CPU, processors, CPU cores, Intel 66.29%, AMD 33.66%, and that's a plus 21 for Intel, and then a negative 0.22 for AMD, and then Microsoft is 0.05% plus 1. And then that's on processors, and then on CPU cores, 6 cores, 32.11, and then it says plus 0.23, and then that's 6 cores, and then 4 cores is 22.82%, and 0.18 that's negative. Then for Microsoft it's like 20.43%. Then on the RAM, 16 gigs, 48.53%, negative 1.53. 32 gigs is for AMD is 24.02 and plus 1.25, and then for Microsoft is 14.10% and plus 0.07. And then it says here for GPUs, it's NVIDIA RTX 3060, 5.13% and 0.24. That's plus. Then for AMD is the 54.54 and 0.07. And then for NVIDIA again, that's the 1650. And then for NVIDIA again, the GTX 1060 is 3.76, 0.44. And for the memory, 8 gigs, 31.67%, a plus 0.44. And then 6 gigs of RAM for AMD is 15.76%, and then a negative 0.57. Then for Microsoft is 15.23% and plus 0.92. And then for display resolution, 19 by 20 is 59.58, and then minus 0.51. And then for 2560 by 1440, 16.39%, and then plus 42. And then for Microsoft is 4.23%, then plus 13. So that's the overall survey for from Valve, showing the different difference between the different Windows operating system and Windows. The different Windows operating system and where they rank, and also it shows the CPU cores, memory, GPU model, video memory, display resolution. So it just gives you an overall picture where Windows is on the Steam chart. That's all this does. But Windows, I think Windows 7 and 8 now. Windows 7 and 8. Is about to be let's see here, Windows 7 and 8. Let's see here, Windows. Let's see. I think it was Tech for Gamers. I think Tech for Gamers here got another article too on Windows. Where it says here Windows 7 and 8 support is terminated. Listen to this. This is from Tech for Gamers. Says here, Steam has officially terminated Windows 7 and 8. End of an era for Steam users. So says here, after many years, Steam is finally ending support for older versions of Windows. As of today, Steam won't be supporting Windows 7 and 8 and 8.1. This marked the end of an era that begins with the launch of Windows 7 in 2009. Why it matters, Windows 7 is almost 14 years old at this point, so the end of support was a long time coming. Even Windows 8.1 turned 10 years old this year, highlight the end of these operating system. And then it says, according to the survey by The Verge, this won't affect the users of the 95.57% of users are currently on Windows 10 or Windows 11, 2% on Linux, and 1.5% on Mac. Therefore, barely 1% of Steam users base is still on older versions. And it says older Mac versions are also being stripped of Steam support. Mac OS .10.3 and 10.4 users won't be able to access the gaming platform from February 15th. Mac OS 10.4 was the last to support the 32-bit games, since most games today are 64-bit. They aren't compatible with older versions. Terminating support of an older operating system is not the worst decision, in our opinion. Steam has been operating for over 20 years, supporting these platforms for larger parts of its lifespan. And then it says, while some might be disappointed, the limited number of users on these versions of Windows and Mac OS should make recent update most inconsequential for the overall platform. And it says, ultimately, resources supporting these outdated operating systems could be better used to solve issues and patch vulnerabilities within the current and more popular versions of Windows or Mac OS. Then it says, Windows 7 had acquired the legacy for more than a few reasons. Unlike its predecessor, it was critically acclaimed, and many found it difficult to move on from the platform. Windows 8.1 on the other hand, was not as popular. Still, Microsoft found the right balance between 10 and 11, making them be the operating system of choice for millions of Windows-based users. Well, time to move on, Windows 7, Windows 8, and Mac OS. Steam is not supporting those platforms. Mac OS 10.3 and 10.4. So it's time to move on. They always want to sneak a commercial up in this. Time to move on from those older operating system and upgrade to the 64-bit versions, of their latest operating system. So, they support them as long as they can. And when newer operating system comes out, people tend to migrate to the newer version, for better, for plenty of reasons, so security purposes and all. So yeah, and for entertainment purpose. So Windows, Mac, they supported the older versions of operating system during the pandemic. So and people should be thankful for that. Microsoft and Apple didn't leave them out in the cold, so they were able to use those operating systems for quite some time. But once Windows 11 came out, Windows 7 users knew, and they know that Microsoft was going to pull the plug on them at some point down the road. Was going to stop supporting them. So they Microsoft gave them time to upgrade to Windows 11, because Windows 11, Microsoft, during the pandemic, when Windows 11 came out, Microsoft was giving out Windows 11 for free. But they were also asking for computers to have a TPM support. It was a little device that you had to put on your desktop motherboard to support Windows. So yeah, Microsoft was giving out Windows 11 for free then. They're not doing that anymore. So for Windows 11, so those people who took the opportunity to get Windows 11 when it was free, good for them. Good for them. If you didn't, well, you're going to have to pay the full price for Windows 10 or Windows 11. Windows 10, Microsoft, the end of support is in November of 2020. I think 2024 this year. So they're going to start pulling. They're going to pull the plug on that too. So yeah. If you were one of those users that got Windows 11 for free, when Microsoft was giving it away. Good for you. If you didn't, well, you're gonna have to pay the full price. But you know, um, once the user for like an older once the user base for an older operating system decreases a whole lot, and then people migrate over to the newer one. The older operating systems are like walking on a thin ice. So yeah, time to pull the plug on those, you know, on those. And you know, Microsoft was giving people ample time to migrate over to Windows 11 when they can. So you know, time to move on. You know, that's the, you know, that's the tech world for you. You know, that's the tech world for you. Out with the old and in with the new. So yeah. So don't take it personal. You know, time to move on. Yeah. Windows 11 is working. Is a main operating system now, and yeah, you can still use Windows 10, but remember Windows 10 days are numbered too. Remember that. So yeah, get all the updates you can for that operating system and keep pushing. The thing about operating system too is this: you want to have at least, if you're in a home or an apartment, you want to have at least two desktops. One running Windows. Like let's say you had two desktops with one running Windows 10 and one running Windows 8. Okay, when Windows 11 came out, the desktop or the laptop that you were using that was running Windows 8, you were supposed to take that and then upgrade to Windows 11. That way you can still use your Windows 10, but you will have the latest operating system, and that's how you're supposed to do it. You know, whenever Microsoft comes out with a new operating system, it's the same with Apple when they come out with a new Mac OS. You know, you want to have two desktops, one running the latest and one running an older version. So when they bring out a new operating system now, you take the one that's running the you take the Mac Apple computer that's running the older version of Mac OS, and then upgrade it to the latest one. That way you still have the one that's like still new, still kind of new, but you have the latest version. So that's how you do it in the tech world when they come out with new operating system. You know, so that way you're not behind. You know, and the reason why too you keep two desktop or even three in your home is because, you know, the power might run out on it. The fan on that little power supply in the back of your computer might stop working. You know, you might drop your laptop or whatever, spill some juice on it or something. You know, so you want to keep two desktops in your home. So you want to use one as a backup. So just in case if something goes wrong with one that you're mainly using, you have another one right there to continue what you was doing. You know, so yeah, that's the reason why you keep at least two. You keep two laptops or three, or three desktops, or you know, in your home. You know, so that way you keep you're always online. So if one of your desktop or laptop goes down, then you still have another one that you have another one that was backing up all the information that you had, and you can continue you can continue doing what you was doing, and then you can repair the other one that just went down, and then yeah, that's why you keep two instead of one. You know, yeah, and the same goes for vehicles too. You know, so yeah, if you can afford it, but yeah, but other than that, man, when new operating systems comes out, that's what usually happens. It's out with the old and in with the new. And when Microsoft is giving out their newer version of their operating system, you jump on it, because it's only a limited time. You don't sit there like oh, I don't like Windows 11. When they stop giving it out for free now you got to go pay the full price. Just saying. So yeah, that's it in the tech world. But other than that, man, Windows 7 and 8, Steam is not supporting you anymore. It's time to move on to Windows. Windows 10. If you got Windows 10 already, good. If you don't, try to get it. If you got Windows 11, good. So yeah, when it comes to these operating systems, man, you always want to have two desktops. If you had two desktop, one running Windows 7 and one running Windows 8. You take the Windows 7 computer and upgrade it to Windows 11. You take the Windows 11 or Windows 10, and then you take the computer that's using Windows 8 and then probably upgrade it to Windows 10 or Windows 11. So that way you stay up to date. So yeah, it is time to move on. So yeah, that's how it works in the tech world, man. Out with the old and in with the new. But both these articles just gave a display of like where Windows is on Steam and how many users are using them. So yeah, and yep, that's it in a nutshell. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek fan, board, dark side. Go. Peace.